my luck.
Water or Gatorade?
Thankfully, it's just water. I'll take it any day, though. Yeah, just so proud of our team. I thought our grit, our toughness to finish out the game against a really good and physical Florida team was tremendous. A ton of people contributed. We had an awesome water fight in the locker room after the game, so everybody's feeling good.
No further questions. Stay with us.
Mackey was in here and talked about just it's such a team effort when you play a team or a player like McGill and just defending her. What'd you like about how you guys executed the game plan in terms of slowing her down?
I thought at times we were doing really well, and then you look at the stat sheet, and she's got 19 at half and assists. I think the thing that helped us a little bit is her turnovers. We tried to put as many bodies around as we could, to try and frustrate her. But she's also a tremendous passer. So I thought it was a collective effort, whether that was our primary defender on her or a few other people trying to build a wall. I've watched that kid since she was, in 7th, 8th grade when I was at Marquette, and she was from Minnesota, and she just keeps getting better and better, and we knew we had a tough task to try and slow her down, and I guess we did enough to make her take a high volume of shots. So we'll take it. I'm proud of our effort with it.
Karis mentioned how proud she is of Anaya Trent, who got some extended minutes with Kyla Freelon in foul trouble. How important was the spark she provided off the bench?
I thought Amani and Anaya were both tremendous. Kyla got in a little bit of foul trouble, and I thought between the two freshmen stepping in, there's some big bodies out there. So I thought Anaya defensively was really good, just banging inside. She got a couple rebounds. She's very smart as a freshman. She knows the game plan. She understands the game really well. Comes from a tremendous high school coach and an AAU program that has prepared her. So the more she gets to play, I think the better she's going to get. But in this stage, obviously it was a great environment for our fans. For her to step up like she did was awesome.
We'll go Mark and then Thomas.
Tie game with 6 minutes to go. What did you like about how your team played down the stretch?
Yeah, we made a couple mistakes, couple silly turnovers, but the defensive side was great, better than it's been all season, better than it was against JMU and BYU. And we've been really trying to study how to limit some of those mistakes at the end of the game. And I thought we were tough getting through screens. I thought we scrambled a couple times, and we're able then to get a couple baskets to do enough to win and a couple free throws at the end. But it was all about the defense and rebounding, and we're figuring out the rebounding a little bit better. I think our effort with the 5 collective people is better than just before it was 1 or 2 people with the effort, but now we're starting to kind of hopefully turn the page that we can have 5 people coming together and getting rebounding.
The fact that you have followed up those back-to-back losses with back-to-back wins, how encouraged are you about your team heading into the HC opener on Sunday?
Yeah, everything goes to the team for that. They've stayed upbeat. We've talked a lot about committing to that process, despite what the win-loss record looks like, or despite where you're at in the Virgin Islands, or you're here at home, or you're on the road at JMU, and they're buying into it. We're talking a lot about our maturity of how you handle it, and whether you have to talk with your position coach, spend some time with me, get on the court for extra work, get in with Coach Taylor for some strength and conditioning, staying in the moment. It's a long season, and there's going to be up and down days, and I'm really proud of the way they handled themselves these last few days since we've been back from the islands and getting locked back into school and basketball, and they're doing the right things, and we had a fun time in the locker room, and then you got to turn the page pretty quickly, so we'll enjoy it tonight, I guess.
3 for 15 from deep. What do you think was fueling the struggles from a three-point today?
I didn't even notice it. I was so locked into our defense and rebounding and substitution pattern, and I know our staff and myself just try and give them confidence. As long as we're taking the correct ones, we'll live and die with it. And I don't know if that was it was by no means the difference in the game. It was about the rebounding. It was slowing down McGill. It was sharing the basketball versus the three-point percentage.
And then obviously talking about rebounding, Karis with the double-double, just what did you see from her both on the court and then how she's grown as a leader off of it?
Yeah, Karis has made a few great steps over these past few days, and she wants it so bad. She wanted a double-double extremely, extremely bad at some point in the season. So I thought she was, doing the right things with boxing out and helping her teammates. Obviously moved her around to get some different kinds of shots, and she had some really good moments as a leader as well. She was super positive with the team. She was, really driven of like, we're going to get this win. We're going to get a defensive stop, and that becomes contagious. And when you have Mackie and Carly doing that, and then you throw in Karis and Layla, it becomes a little bit of a ripple effect with our team, and I thought that's what happened tonight.
Any final questions?
They turned the ball over, I think, 22 times, including McGill turned it over 10 times. Do you feel like your defense did certain things to force them into some of those?
I think a few of them, but like anything else, when you look at the turnover battle, sometimes I think with all teams, it's a little bit of unforced errors too. It goes off your foot or your hands, or you get a charge, and then some you really, really impact it. So I think it was a little bit of a mix for both sides with the turnovers. I thought we forced some and did a good job, and then I thought they did the same on us. And then I think both squads had some uncharacteristic ones as well throughout the game.
Last question in the back.
6-0 to open the season at home. What does that mean to open conference play here in Blacksburg?
I can't thank Hokie Nation enough for the way they came out on an early 5 o'clock game, and they were loud. They were getting on the refs. They were bringing energy on defense. It was a great atmosphere, and the more we can continue to build off their energy, the better we'll be. We're fortunate that we get our first ACC game, here at Castle. It'll be a great environment, I'm sure, on a Sunday, and having a really good team come into our building. Obviously, they were preseason #1, a ton of talent. They play later tonight, but we'll reset ourselves, and hopefully we'll have an even better crowd on Sunday.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Thank you all.